Hi guys, I'm back to do another book review on Mitchell Kaku's book, Physics of the Future. Basically, just it talks about what would happen basically in the year 2100, what advances we might have, and yeah, stuff like that. Today I'm going to be talking about chapter 3, which is the future of medicine. And so, once again, I'm going to read one section from that chapter. So I'm going to flip to that page and okay, the future of medicine. And there are 3 quotes for this chapter today. Quote 1: No one really has the guts to say it, but if we could make better human beings by knowing how to add genes, why would we? James Watson, a Nobel laureate, said that. I don't really think our bodies are going to have any secrets left within this century, and so anything that we can manage to think about will probably have a reality. David Baltimore said that. I don't think the time is quite right, but it's close. I'm afraid, unfortunately, that I'm in the last generation to die. Gerald Sussman said that. Future of Medicine, Chapter 3, Perfection and Beyond. The gods of mythology possess ultimate powers, power over life and death, the ability to heal the sick and prolong life. Foremost in our prayers, the God was delivered from diseases and illnesses. In Greek and Roman mythology, there is a tale of Eos, the beautiful goddess of the dawn. One day, she fell deeply in love with a handsome mortal, Tithonus. She had a perfect body and was immortal, but Tithonus would eventually age, wither away, and perish. Determined to save her lover from this dismal fate, she beseech Zeus, the father of the gods, to grant Tithonus the gift of immortality so that they can spend eternity together. Taking pity on his lover, she granted Eos a wish. But Eos, in her haste, would have to ask for eternal youth for him. So Tithonus became immortal, but his body aged. And in order to die, he became more and more decrepit and decayed, living in eternity with pain and suffering. So that is the challenge facing the science of the 21st century. Scientists are now reading the Book of Life, which includes completing the human genome, and promises us miraculous advances in understanding aging. But life extension without health and vigor can be eternal punishment, as Tithonus tragically found out. So yeah, that is basically the first chapter. So I did some research on my iPad, and I'm going to read it out to you. Yeah. So, waiting for it to load. So basically, it's the 20 slow. It is the 20 medical advancements we will see in the future. 1. Silico clinical trials. Switching from long and extremely expensive clinical trials to tiny microchips, which can use as models of human cells, organs, or whole physiological systems, provide clear advantages. Drugs or components can be tested without limitations, which can make clinical trials faster and more accurate. That number 1. Number 2. Reform medical education. For the first time in the history of medicine, in April 14, 2016, Shafi Ahmed, cancer surgeon, performed an operation using a virtual reality (VR) camera at the Royal London Hospital. Everyone could participate in the operation in real time through medical realities through in VR in the Aura app. So everyone could follow through a 360-degree camera how the surgeon removed the cancerous tissue from the bowel of the patient. Such possibilities will revolutionize the way medicine is taught. So that'll help kids be able to learn quicker, understand better about when they're doing surgery on other people and stuff. Optogenetics. This is a biological technique which involves the use of light to control cells in living tissue. These neurons have been genetically modified to express light-sensitive ion channels. It is widely speculated that optogenetics might provide new solutions and therapies. Robot assistants. With the rapid development of industry, Robots generally emerge from sci-fi movies and enter the world of healthcare. With a growing number of elderly patients introducing robot assistants to care homes, hospitals, and inevitable. It could be a fair solution for moving patients to perform basic procedures. I see there's a pro and con when it comes to having robots as surgeons and doctors. People would be losing their jobs. That's the con. But the pro is that, people were not perfect. Robots are designed to do one thing. Basically, robots are right now one-trick ponies. So if you design them to do one thing, they're really, really good at it. So they're perfect at it. Humans, we are not. Let's say we, have you played the game? What's that game called? Where, you try to grab little pieces out of the body and you can't touch the metal around it. Operation, I think is what it's called. Yeah, that's basically it. But most of the time, you end up touching the thing because your hand shakes. A robot wouldn't shake. Robot's hands wouldn't shake or anything. It'll just go in, grab, and pull it out, like a robot's designed to do. Because it doesn't feel nervous or anything and stuff, so it'll do it perfectly. That's the pro. Real-time data. It's not just about checking and monitoring vital signs, but intervention about the key to better health. Imagine tooth-enabled sensors can recognize jaw movements, coughing, speaking, and even smoking. It records when you eat too much or smoke too much, no matter what the doctor told you. It's going to be extremely hard not to follow the doctor's piece of advice. Imagine the same wireless technology used in organs, providing real-time data. Medical tricorders. If wearing thin e-skins or having embedded sensors is not viable for option for us, then make an old dream come true. The concept of the tricorder from Star Trek has been here for decades, and we still don't have it. The Qualcomm Tricorder X Prize Challenge will hopefully lead to the development of a device that can diagnose any disease and give individuals more choices of their own health. AI. I've always been a big fan of the Watson built by IBM, and seen its potential as huge opportunities in medicine. Watson will assist physicians in everyday medical decision-making. Genomics. Since the completion of human genome process, which aim at the complete mapping of understanding of all the genes of human beings. We have been envisioning the era of personalized medicine, which everyone gets custom therapy with custom disorders. There are already signs pointing in this direction. With the method of rapid genetic sequencing, geneticist Stephen Kingsmore and his team saved the life of a small baby boy as early as 2013. Patient empowerment. I thought I would put the simplest and most predictable medical advancement to the bottom of the list. In the near future, whether it is right and reliable medical information, dynamic resources, medical records, and everything will simply be available to everyone. Which might not sound that interesting, but this would purely be the most important development in the history of medicine. Patients will finally lead healthcare. So I don't know why I said 20 medical technology advancements. Did I say 20? Yeah, I remember saying 20. I meant 10, all right? Ignore what I said. I meant 10. So those are the notes I took. I copy-pasted some of it. So, yeah, I did kind of plagiarize some of it because I was running out of time. But most of it is, out of my own experience, what I read, and I wrote it myself and stuff. So, yeah, I plagiarized, 25% of it. And so, yeah. And another, one thing I think they should add in the advancement of medicine, something they didn't talk about is that nanotechnology, putting nanotechnology in medicine. So let's say you have tiny robots in pills. You just put it in a pill. You put 1,000 tiny robots in a pill. And then you just eat it, drink it like a normal pill. But don't eat the pill. Just swallow it down like a normal person. And then you let the stomach acids dissolve the outside of the pill. but the robots on the inside won't get destroyed. And so maybe doctors could control little robots and tell them what to do and stuff, or they can go to their designated location by themselves and do all the work and stuff and kill the cancer cells or whatever disease they have. Yeah, it'll be, doctors wouldn't have to cut you open to do that, and it wouldn't take a long time for you to heal. It wouldn't be painful at all, and it wouldn't cost a lot. So that's one thing I think is cool about nanotechnology when it comes to medicine. All right, I think I'm done for this chapter. All right, see you. Bye.